Tonight, we will wander through 3 gentle journeys, each guiding you deeper into rest. First, the lighthouse by the sea, its lantern glowing softly against the night. Then, we travel by train, through moonlit fields and forests. And finally, we arrive at a quiet tea house at the end of a pier, where warmth and silence embrace us completely. Let us begin. The night has settled along the coast. A velvet sky, brushed with faint clouds, drifting slowly above the horizon. The lighthouse stands tall at the edge of the rocky shore, its pale stone walls washed silver by the moonlight. The lantern room at the top glows gently, not as a warning tonight, but as a soft companion to the sea. You arrive at the worn wooden door, its surface cool beneath your fingertips. A faint saltiness lingers in the air, mixed with the subtle sweetness of wild grass growing nearby. The wind is quiet, carrying only the sound of water against stone, a rhythm both steady and forgiving. The handle turns with ease, and the door opens into the circular stairwell. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inside, the walls are lined with smooth white paint, dimly lit by lanterns that flicker as if sighing with the night. The spiral staircase rises gently upward, each step crafted from dark wood, worn smooth by time. The scent here is warm and aged, like driftwood carried from far-off shores. The steps creak softly under your weight, but not with strain, only with a kind of gentle memory. You begin to climb slowly, one step at a time. The rhythm of your movement feels in harmony with the waves outside, as though the lighthouse itself is guiding you, in no hurry at all. At intervals, narrow windows open to the sea. Through each one, you glimpse fragments of the night ocean, a shimmer of moonlight on the tide, the faint arc of stars reflected in dark waters, the horizon breathing in silver. Pause for a moment at one of these windows. Rest your hand upon the cool sill. The breeze drifts in, carrying the crispness of the ocean air. You breathe with it, steady and calm. Inhale, exhale. The staircase continues, winding upward in graceful turns. As you move, you feel the quiet embrace of the tower surrounding you, the walls holding you like a gentle cocoon. There is no urgency, no destination pressing upon you, only the slow ascent, the steady pace of your breath, and the distant song of the ocean. A lantern above sways slightly in the draft, casting patterns of gold across the wall. The light shifts gently, as though painting the story of the night in motion. Shadows bend and soften, fading into the calm stillness of the stone. At last, you reach a small landing, halfway up the tower. Here, a wooden bench rests beside another window, inviting you to pause. The wood is smooth and welcoming. You sit, the surface cool against your palms. Before you, the window frames a wide view of the ocean's endless stretch. The light from the moon lies across the sea like a pathway made only of silver. You rest there, watching, listening, breathing with the rhythm of the waves. Inhale, exhale. The night seems endless, and the journey upward is only just beginning. You remain seated on the wooden bench, letting the stillness seep deeper into your body. The ocean beyond the window moves in long, unbroken breaths. Waves rise, curve, and fall again, each one folding into the next, as though they have always known this rhythm. The air carries a faint dampness here, cool against your skin, with a trace of salt that lingers on your lips. You close your eyes for a moment and simply listen. The lighthouse hums faintly, its stones holding echoes of centuries, while the sea outside continues its endless hymn. The sound is not loud, not insistent, just steady, like the pulse of the night itself. Take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. When you open your eyes again, the moon has shifted slightly in the sky, its light now streaming across the water in a softer angle. Shadows ripple across the waves, stretching and bending, as though the sea itself is dreaming. You linger there, watching the silver drift of light, until the bench beneath you creaks gently, reminding you of the path still spiraling upward. Rising, you place your hand once more on the curved wall of the stairwell. Its surface is cool, and the faint texture of stone grounds you with each step. The climb resumes, slow and patient, the wooden stairs answering with a soft sigh beneath your feet. With every turn, the lanterns continue to guide you, their flames steady but never harsh. They glow as though lit not by fire alone, but by some quiet intention to soothe. Their light catches in the grain of the wood, highlighting paths and patterns long carried by time. A window opens again along the way, smaller this time, framing only a narrow band of horizon. Through it, you glimpse a distant ship's lantern swaying faintly on the water, a tiny point of gold in the wide night. It moves slowly, almost imperceptibly, as though floating in a dream. You pause here as well, resting one hand on the sill, leaning gently toward the cool air drifting through. The breeze brushes against your cheek, carrying the hush of waves breaking far below. You match your breath to it, steady and unhurried. Inhale, exhale. The staircase continues to spiral. Higher now, the sound of the waves softens, blending into a more distant murmur. The air grows lighter, touched with the faint fragrance of oil from the lantern room above. Each step feels less like a climb and more like drifting upward, the lighthouse itself carrying you toward its beacon. At last, you notice the faint glow from the lantern chamber seeping down the stairwell. It shimmers across the walls, delicate as a reflection on water. You are close, but not there yet. The path still turns gently upward, promising another quiet pause, another moment to linger before the summit. You continue, one hand trailing the smooth curve of the wall, your steps quiet, measured, unhurried. The tower breathes with you, holding you in its calm ascent. The spiral staircase carries you onward, the air now thinner, touched with a faint warmth from the great lantern above. The glow spreads downward in soft ribbons, painting the walls with shifting patterns, like liquid gold poured across stone. Each step you take feels slower, more deliberate, as if time itself has settled into the same unhurried pace. The sound of the ocean has grown quieter with the climb. Instead of the steady crash of waves, you hear their softened echo, a distant hush that blends with the steady pulse of the lighthouse. Every so often, the wood beneath your feet sighs, not from strain, but from memory, as though it remembers all who have climbed before. Take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. You pause again at a narrow alcove where another small window waits. Leaning close, you look out at the horizon. The moon is higher now, its silver path stretched long and fluid over the water. The ship's lantern you glimpsed earlier is still there, but farther away, its glow dimming into the night. The sea reflects the starlight like countless scattered candles, each one flickering in gentle agreement with the rhythm of the tide. You rest your hand on the stone sill, cool and grounding beneath your palm. The breeze slips through the opening, brushing your face with the scent of salt and something faintly floral carried from the shoreline. Wild blooms hidden among the grass, unseen in the dark. You breathe it in slowly, feeling the night fill your chest, and let it go again. Inhale, exhale. The climb resumes. The lantern light above grows brighter, though never harsh, only welcoming. Shadows shift in soft arcs along the walls, swaying gently with the air currents. You notice the rhythm of your steps has become its own kind of lullaby. Wood sighing, breath flowing, lantern hum echoing softly. At another turn, you come upon a small landing with a round wooden table set against the wall. A single brass oil lamp rests upon it, its flame steady and calm. Beside the lamp sits a weathered logbook, its pages open as though waiting. The handwriting is delicate, looping, though you do not read it. Instead, you trace your fingers lightly across the page, feeling the faint indentation of the ink, a record of voices and journeys long past. The lamp glows gently, its warmth reaching out, its flame steady as your breath. You linger here, not to study or to wonder, but simply to share this quiet space. The lighthouse seems to hold not just light, but memory. And in this moment, you are part of its gentle story. When at last you rise, the staircase continues, curling higher, the glow above now beckoning clearly. The air is filled with a faint shimmer, almost as if the light itself has a sound. The way ahead is open, steady, patient. Take another slow breath. Inhale, exhale, and step onward. The spiral stairway leads to its final turn, where the air grows warmer, filled with a soft golden glow. The lantern chamber waits just above, its light spilling downward in patient beams that seem to welcome your every step. You move slowly, your hand gliding along the cool curve of the wall, your breath aligned with the tower's quiet rhythm. As you reach the top, the stairwell opens into the round lantern room. The great glass windows stretch around you, framing the sea in every direction. The lantern itself turns slowly, a steady rotation casting arcs of light across the dark water. It does not flash sharply, but glides, as though painting the ocean with a brush dipped in moonlight. You step closer to the glass. From here, the horizon is endless. The sea moves below like a single vast breath, rising and falling, each wave folding into the next. The sky above is jeweled with stars, their light scattered gently across the water's surface. You stand in the heart of the lighthouse, yet you feel as though you are standing within the night itself. Take a slow breath. Inhale, exhale. There's a chair by the window, simple and wooden, waiting for you. You sit, and the lantern's glow settles around you like a blanket. The light moves across your hands, your face, the floor, soft, even, reassuring. Outside, the waves continue their song, quieter now, like whispers telling you that the world is at rest. The tower creaks faintly as the night air shifts, but even the sound of wood feels like part of the rhythm, another note in the endless lullaby of sea and sky. The lighthouse, the ocean, the stars, they breathe with you, steady and calm. Inhale, exhale. As you sit in this quiet glow, let your body feel heavier, as though sinking gently into the chair. Notice your breath. Slow it. Deepen it. Let each inhale bring calm, and each exhale release the day. Your shoulders soften. Your arms grow warm and still. Your hands rest loosely, without effort. Feel the cool night air drift across your face, a gentle reminder that the world outside is vast, steady, and at peace. The lantern's light continues to turn, slow and unhurried. With each sweep, imagine it carrying away any last thought, any last worry, leaving only quiet. Inhale, exhale. The waves below fold into one another, steady as sleep itself. Let their rhythm become your rhythm. Let the lighthouse hold you, calm and safe. Now, drift with the tide of the night, softer, slower, until the edges of thought blur and you are carried gently into dreams. And as the lighthouse lantern fades into the distance, the sea gives way to rails stretching onward. The night welcomes us aboard a quiet train, its wheels ready to carry us further into calm. The platform stretches out under a pale lantern glow, the air touched with cool mist that drifts lazily along the rails. The train waits in silence, its windows lit with a soft amber light, like a row of candles flickering gently in the night. You step onto the worn boards of the platform. Each footfall echoes faintly, as though the station itself is hushed in expectation. The scent of rain lingers in the air, mixed with the faint sweetness of wood and smoke. Ahead, the door to your carriage opens with a quiet sigh, inviting you inside. The corridor is narrow, lined with polished wood and soft golden lamps. The air here is warm, the hush of the outside world fading as the door closes gently behind you. Take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. You make your way to a small cabin where a single seat by the window waits. The upholstery is deep and soft, its fabric carrying a faint trace of lavender. You sink into it, letting the cushions embrace you with quiet comfort. Outside, raindrops begin to gather on the glass, streaking slowly as the first movement stirs beneath you. The train begins its slow departure. A low rumble flows through the floorboards, steady and calm, like a heartbeat in the night. The world outside shifts gently, the lanterns of the station drifting backward, their glow stretching into the mist before fading completely. You lean against the window. Beyond the glass, the darkness of the countryside unfolds. Fields blurred by rain, distant hills softened by the silver glow of the moon. The rhythm of the wheels begins to steady, a rolling lullaby that settles deep into your chest. The cabin light flickers slightly, not from weakness but from rhythm, as though even the lamp wishes to sway with the motion of the train. The soft creak of wood and the gentle tap of rain blend into a single soundscape, endless and serene. Take another breath. Inhale, exhale. You close your eyes for a moment, listening. The rumble deepens, steady now, as the train carries you further into the night. The sound of the rails merges into a single flowing tone, a line of silver guiding you forward without pause, without effort. When you open your eyes again, the countryside has opened wider, the fields replaced by dark forests standing like tall shadows against the moonlit sky. The trees pass in waves, their branches brushing faintly in the wind. The rain continues, softer now, like whispers tracing the glass. The cabin sways gently, the motion rocking you into deeper calm. Each turn of the wheel, each breath you take, folds into the same slow rhythm. The night outside is endless, yet within the train you are cocooned in warmth, in stillness, in safety. The train glides deeper into the night, its rhythm steady, patient, unhurried. The cabin lights glow softly against the wood-paneled walls, casting gentle patterns that shift with the sway of each turn. Outside the window, the forest gives way to open land once more, a wide stretch of meadow touched with silver mist. The hum beneath your feet is no longer a sound alone. It is a feeling, a quiet vibration that steadies your breath, calms your shoulders, settles your body deeper into the seat. Take a slow breath. Inhale. Exhale. You lift your gaze to the ceiling of the cabin. The lamps are enclosed in frosted glass, their glow diffused into a haze that softens every edge. It feels as though the light itself wishes not to disturb, but only to guide, gently and kindly. Outside the window, rain streaks drift lazily, no longer sharp, but smooth, drawn long by the speed of the train. Each droplet seems to carry a tiny glimmer of moonlight, sliding across the glass before vanishing into the night. You close your eyes again. The soundscape deepens. The murmur of rain, the low thrum of wheels, the distant call of the wind. All of it weaves together into something whole. A single voice, ancient and unbroken. When your eyes open, the scenery has shifted. The train passes through a small village, its houses scattered, their windows glowing faintly against the dark. Lamps line the streets, their flames bending slightly in the night breeze. Then the village is gone, replaced once more by wide fields stretching to the horizon. The moon floats higher, its silver spilling freely across the land, painting every shadow with softness. The train sways gently, and you find yourself drifting with it. The rhythm of motion, the endless landscape outside, the soft enclosure of the cabin, all are parts of the same lullaby. Take another deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. The path ahead is endless, and you do not need to know where it leads. All that matters is the steady motion, the breath you take, the calm that unfolds with every mile. The night train continues, unhurried, carrying you deeper into its quiet dream. The train moves onward through the still hours, the rhythm beneath you steady, like the heartbeat of the night itself. The wheels sing their long, low song against the rails, each turn carrying you deeper into calm. The cabin sways gently, almost imperceptibly, as though the train were rocking you into rest. Outside, the fields have faded into rolling hills, their shapes softened under the silver veil of moonlight. A thin fog has settled in the valleys, moving like a quiet tide, folding and unfolding with the contours of the land. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. The rain has grown lighter now. Droplets drift lazily down the glass, catching bits of moonlight as they slide, each one like a tiny lantern fading gently into the night. The lamp above your seat hums faintly, its glow unwavering. The warmth from it rests on your face like sunlight through a half-closed curtain. Shadows stretch long across the wood, bending with the rhythm of the train. Beyond the window, a river appears, winding slowly along the base of the hills. Its surface glimmers with moonlight, scattered into rippling diamonds by the current. The hills rise again, and the river fades from view, leaving only the night sky overhead. Stars peek through gaps in the thinning clouds. They appear in clusters, shimmering softly, as if they too were traveling with you, keeping their pace with the train. The cabin grows quieter, the sounds outside muffled, as though the walls themselves have thickened to hold you in. Your breath matches the rhythm around you, each inhale syncing with the swaying of the train, each exhale softening into the hum of the rails. Here, the night feels eternal. You do not count the miles, nor the hours, nor the stops. The journey is not about arrival, but about drifting, being carried without effort, being held without question. The night stretches unbroken as the train carries you onward, its motion steady, unhurried, timeless. The rhythm of the wheels has become softer now, their song a low murmur, blending with the hush of the rain and the sigh of the wind. Your cabin glows with warm light, and you sit, embraced by its stillness. The air is cool and faintly scented with wood and lavender. You lean your head lightly against the window. The glass is cool, the pattern of raindrops sliding downward in slow streams. Beyond them, the moon drifts between clouds, sometimes hidden, sometimes casting the countryside into a vast, glowing hush. Take a breath with the night. Inhale. Exhale. The train moves into a long open plain. The horizon is wide, the sky uncluttered, filled with countless stars. They glitter faintly, shifting as the train sways. The motion of the train rocks you further into rest. The sounds, the sights, the air itself, they no longer feel separate. They merge into one vast, calming presence that holds you as the night deepens. Now, let your body sink more deeply into the seat. Feel the weight of yourself supported, without effort, without strain. Notice your breath, slow and gentle. With each inhale, you invite calm. With each exhale, you release the day. Drift now, softer and softer, until thoughts fade and only sleep remains. The journey of the train drifts into silence, its rhythm fading into the hush of waves once more. At the end of a wooden pier, lanterns sway gently, and the doors of a moonlit tea house open, waiting just for us. The pier stretches out over quiet waters, its wooden planks glowing faintly beneath the silver light of the moon. At its very end rests a small tea house, lanterns swaying gently at the eaves, their glow spilling across the night air like warm embers scattered on the breeze. You step onto the pier. Each board creaks softly beneath your weight, the sound blending with the hush of water against the posts below. The air is cool and filled with the scent of salt, but drifting with it comes a sweeter note, the unmistakable aroma of tea leaves, steeped and waiting. The tea house door slides open with a faint whisper. You are welcomed inside by a hush of warmth, the air fragrant with steam and quiet herbs. Within, the room is small and round, its walls lined with wooden shelves, each holding jars of leaves in muted tones of green, gold, and deep red. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. The floorboards are smooth beneath your feet. A single low table rests in the center of the room, draped with cloth the color of twilight. Cushions invite you to sit, and as you do, you feel their softness cradle you, grounding you into the stillness of the space. A teapot waits on the table, its porcelain pale and smooth, a faint curl of steam escaping from its spout. Beside it, a small cup rests, empty but warm to the touch, as though it has been waiting for you. The host is unseen, yet the tea pours as if guided by gentle hands. The liquid streams into the cup, golden and translucent, catching the lantern light as it ripples. Its surface trembles once, then settles into stillness. You lift the cup to your lips. The warmth travels through your hands first, then fills you as you take a slow sip. The flavor is light, floral, carrying notes of lavender and honey. It spreads through your chest like a slow exhale, uncoiling the tightness of the day. Take another sip. Inhale, exhale. Outside, the sea continues its quiet song. Through the round window, you glimpse moonlight scattered across the tide, shimmering in long ribbons that stretch to the horizon. The lanterns sway gently with the night breeze, their glow reflected in the polished wood of the walls. The tea house does not ask anything of you. It only offers stillness, warmth, and the quiet company of night. Here, you are free to breathe, to pause, to be carried into calm by something older than thought itself. The cup rests easily in your hands, its warmth seeping through your palms, steady and comforting. You take another slow sip, and the steam curls upward, drifting in soft ribbons that vanish into the lantern glow. The flavor is gentle, floral at first, then deepening into something earthy, grounding, like rain-soaked soil touched by sunlight. Each swallow carries you further into stillness, as though the tea itself is a guide, leading you deeper into the night's embrace. Take a slow breath. Inhale. Exhale. The tea house hums quietly around you. The lanterns sway just slightly, their golden light reflecting on the surface of the table. The shelves of jars seem to glow faintly, as though each leaf within them holds a memory of rain, of wind, of sunlight gathered long ago. Through the round window, the sea continues its song. Waves roll slowly against the pier, a rhythm that matches your breath. The moonlight shimmers across their surface, casting trails of silver that seem to drift toward you, carrying with them a quiet invitation to rest. You set the cup down. The porcelain touches the table with a sound so light it feels like another breath, another exhale from the night. The teapot waits patiently, steam still curling from its spout, as if reminding you there is no rush, only the slow rhythm of pouring and sipping, of inhaling and releasing. Your gaze softens. The lantern light catches the steam, painting it gold as it rises. For a moment, it looks like the air itself is alive, glowing threads weaving through the tea house before disappearing into the rafters. Take another breath. Inhale. Exhale. The silence here is not empty. It is full of the ocean's lull, the creak of the wood, the sigh of the kettle, the pulse of your breath. Every sound is a thread woven into one quiet tapestry that wraps around you with care. You lift the cup once more. The tea is still warm, its taste now softer, smoother, as though it has learned the shape of your breath. With each sip, your thoughts drift further away, leaving only sensations: the warmth, the taste, the rhythm, the sound. Beyond the window, the tide begins to rise. The waves press more firmly against the pier, yet not with force, only with steadiness, with constancy. Their sound is deeper now, a low hum, like a distant heartbeat echoing beneath the world. Your eyes close. The tea house holds you. The sea rocks you. The tea warms you. There is nothing else. Only the night. Only the breath. Only this slow drift into calm. The tide outside rises and falls in a rhythm that feels timeless, each wave brushing against the pier with a patient sigh. The sound reaches into the tea house like a soft chorus, blending with the faint hum of the kettle and the whisper of lantern flames. You open your eyes again. The steam from the teacup curls higher now, drifting in spirals that linger in the air before fading into the shadows of the rafters. Take a breath with them. Inhale. Exhale. The cushions beneath you cradle your body with gentle firmness, holding you as though you were part of the tea house itself. The table's surface is smooth beneath your fingertips, faintly warm from the cup resting there. The lantern nearest to the window sways lightly. Its light spills across the floor, a golden pool that ripples with each breath of wind. Beyond the glass, the moon climbs higher, round and steady, its reflection stretching across the ocean like a path made of silver. The tea within your cup is nearly gone, though its warmth lingers in your chest. You sip again, the taste gentler now, softer, as if the flavor itself has grown quieter, easing into silence along with you. Take another breath. Inhale, exhale. The shelves of jars seem to glow faintly in the shifting light. Their shapes blur and soften as your gaze grows heavier. You notice how the shadows stretch into corners, not dark, but velvety, like the folds of night drawing you gently closer to rest. Outside, the ocean deepens in sound, a bass note to the higher sigh of the wind. Together, they create a harmony, a song without beginning or end. You close your eyes once more. Behind your eyelids, the world sways with the lantern, flows with the tide, drifts with the steam. The boundaries between sound and silence, light and shadow, seem to dissolve. The teapot hums faintly, a low warmth that joins your breath. The lanterns glow with unwavering patience. The sea continues its eternal sigh. And you sit, cradled in this tea house of moonlight, resting in its calm embrace. Take a final sip from the cup. Inhale, exhale. The flavor fades gently on your tongue, leaving behind only warmth, only stillness. You set the cup down, and the room seems to pause with you, as though the night itself were holding its breath, waiting for you to drift deeper into its care. The tea house grows quieter as the night deepens, its sounds softening into a single, gentle hum. The lanterns sway more slowly now, their light steady and low, painting the wooden walls with golden warmth. Outside, the sea continues its patient rhythm, each wave folding into the next, eternal and calm. The air is warm with steam, faintly sweet with the fragrance of tea leaves. The last of your drink lingers within you, its warmth spreading outward until even your fingertips feel at ease. Take a slow, unhurried breath. Inhale, exhale. Now, let your body sink more deeply into the cushion beneath you. Feel the weight of yourself supported fully, completely. Notice your breath, slow and gentle. With each inhale, welcome calm. With each exhale, let go of the day. Drift now, softer and softer, until thoughts fade and only sleep remains. The night has carried us from lighthouse to train, and finally to the tea house by the sea. Each place has given us stillness, each step a deeper breath. Now, let yourself drift fully into rest. The journeys continue within your dreams, gentle and unbroken. Good night.